Okay, I got 3 questions, but I'm just going to ask you 2 because I want you to have time to say what you need to do. My first question, thanks for having me here. What are the greatest lessons that you've learned from your children that you've taken with you as you worked in public service?
Our kids are 3, and one thing about the stage that they're at is everything could be magical, right?
Yeah.
So I was thinking about it, like if we were at Target and like somebody in the parking lot just turned into a moose and walked off, right? That would be amazing to them, but it would not be any more or less amazing than like the first time our son saw a bucket truck.
Oh my gosh.
When I told him how a helicopter works,
Yeah.
And so this idea that, and eventually we learn all these boundaries we have to live in and what's possible and what's impossible, but some of those boundaries might be artificial. And I think spending your time around somebody who could believe that anything could happen is really healthy.
Yeah.
The other thing I've learned is that, the really important things should be things you could explain to a 3-year-old. So like our kids asked me to tell them about my work.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, how am I supposed to do that? I'm a cabinet secretary, I talk about Congress. But then I realized, like,
nuance.
I should totally be able to explain to them, like, we're fixing a road, including a road that they drive on every day.
Yeah.
That's being improved by a project that I helped to fund.
Yeah.
Or, I'm making sure that the airplanes and the cars and the bicycles are safer, right? They know what that means.
Yeah.
And if you can explain what you do to a 3-year-old somehow, that's a great way to think about the difference you're making.
Yeah. Yeah. It's simple and it's realized. Yeah. I like that. My last question, and I might have a third, but what is one of the most important things in the back of your mind when you're trying to cross bridges to bring common Americans together through conversation?
I think the most important thing to remember is that we don't live in a world of good people and bad people. At least that's what I believe. That's what my faith teaches.
Yeah.
That all of us can do really good and really bad things.
Yeah.
And what is good and what is bad in us gets called to by leaders.
Yeah.
And the choices that leaders make can either appeal to what's best in us and what's big-hearted and open and forward-looking, or what is smallest and meanest in us.
Yeah.
And I try to remember that because even when it's political battle, it's not about demolishing the other side. It's about persuading people who have sympathies for one or the other side of another way of looking at the world. And remembering in all humility that I might look at the world completely different if I grew up in a different place or time, or was raised by different people, or had a different life experience.
Yeah.
That even the things we're absolutely certain are right. Being right about something doesn't make you better human. And being wrong about something doesn't make you a worse human.
Yeah. I feel like, just to go off the back of that, I've lived in a lot of different places, and people expect a certain thing from me when they start to hear some of my background. But those that have had the lived experience of being my friend, they wouldn't know me as the guy from Jersey. They know me as Jason, the guy that helps them when their tire's flat on their car. And I think those things that bring us together is more of the type of conversations that I want to have, and just leading, like how you said, there's not good and bad people. There's just the capacity to do the good things, and we need to call the good out in each other. So I appreciate you. Thank you.
Same here. Glad I got to speak with you.
Yeah.
Thank you.